Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 13th May 2020. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. My name is Sean. This week's news: Facebook's Discover brings almost free internet. Facebook's new browser redesign is official. Instagram bringing better stories scrolling soon. TikTok adds limitations to brands. Brands, pay attention. You want to find out what's going on here. Facebook and Instagram help local businesses. Back to the news. Facebook's Discover brings almost free internet. It's part of Facebook's Free Basic initiative that aims to bring free internet to parts of the world that cannot afford it. Users with the apps, it's currently available on Android only now because most of the world, especially the poorer parts of the world, all run Android and not iOS. So it makes sense to build for Android first. Can access only the text part of websites, thereby minimizing data usage significantly, which means that they can't access images, videos, all the other stuff. It's just plain text. It only draws up the plain text. They've released this app in Peru, where they are working with local providers to offer 10 megabyte of free data daily. So 10 megabyte feels like very little for us. Like we can just do 2 seconds of Instagram scrolling and we're done. But 10 megabyte can actually do a lot if you're just extracting only the text. Okay. While the initiative seems like a good effort, Facebook's Free Basic initiative was actually criticized heavily at launch a few years ago for trying to indoctrinate users into treating Facebook as their default platform for the internet. India even banned the initiative outright. Okay, so let's do a recap on what Facebook's Free Basic initiative used to want to do, which was that under the pretense of giving us free internet, what they did was that they created an app where you can access the internet for free, but it has to be through Facebook. So, although it may seem as if it's a good thing from the outright, like Facebook is giving free internet to people, but what Facebook was actually doing was indoctrinating people into using Facebook as their default go-to place to access all of internet, which technically isn't free. It's a very cunning way of getting people to use Facebook. So India went to the extent of banning it outright because Facebook was very aggressive in getting it to India and wanted the country to adopt it and to endorse it. But since then, Facebook has changed their direction and begun offering Discover with no fine prints. Discover being the app with no fine prints, at least none that we can see now. So maybe in the next few weeks, people will start to unearth some fine prints in the user terms, EULA and stuff like that, and we will be able to report it to you as well. Facebook's new browser redesign is official. You may have been asked to try out Facebook's new redesign. This is actually on the browser redesign sometime recently before, while also being able to leave comments, feedback on it, like what can be improved, what should they do, kind of like a beta test thing. Facebook has been testing and rolling out their redesigns, which includes dark mode, since March, and it appears that they are ready to push it to everyone. If you're somewhat reluctant, don't be. Their new layout actually takes a lot of cues from the mobile app, so it feels more familiar than anything else. Actually, to be honest, it simplifies the systems. It takes away a lot of legacy little stuff that Facebook don't really use anymore at this point, which is good. You will feel right at home at no time at all, unless of course you've never used the mobile app before, in which case could you please drop us a text because I would like to interview you. Instagram bringing better stories scrolling soon. Bringing better stories scrolling soon. Right now, we actually tap on a stories bubble. Our entire screen on the phone gets covered with one story at a time, right? So you tap right, you skip to the next story, and you swipe right, you swipe left. You swipe left, and you will skip to the next stories from the next person. We will actually have to go through them one by one according to order that Facebook or Instagram set for us. We don't get to decide who goes next. Soon we'll be able to scroll through the story bubble while we are watching a story. So what we can do is actually, while we're watching the story, we can just push the story down a little bit. It will unearth the story bubbles, and then we can scroll through it and see whose stories we want to see, and then we skip to the next one. It doesn't have to be in order. It's part of Instagram's move to give stories more attention on the platform. So right now, the Instagram's feed is actually losing a lot of user attention, but still retains the majority of the screen real estate. And I have a feeling that's about to change, because since stories is taking so much more attention than the feed or the grid, it makes sense for Instagram to put more attention and give it more screen real estate. So we hope to see more changes on Instagram, probably slowly transforming into Snapchat. Nothing is new with Facebook anymore these days. TikTok adds limitations to brands. The key to TikTok's success has always been in our ability to freely use all music clips in its vast library. This was refreshing, especially during the times when other social media platforms started muting or disallowing posts with copyrighted music. We've had the biggest problem with these things. We used to be able to make music with, make little short clips with good music. We always like to use popular music, right? Because these music are the ones that we grew up with or we listen to on a daily basis, and we connect with them emotionally. And you create a nice video and you put in the music, you put it up there, boom, YouTube tells you they have to mute the music. Takes away all the feeling. Boom, Facebook says you can't upload it because Instagram says you can't upload it because copyright. They never even bother working hard enough to try to let us use 15 seconds of the music, which is possibly substantially even less than the copyrighted amount based on like international legal standards, which TikTok was able to do, and therefore was able to bring in so much crowd and let people do so much with all their music. So that was the beginning of TikTok's rise to fame. It wasn't because people knew what to do in TikTok from the very beginning. People had to discover what they could do with TikTok. All the lip syncing and everything happened because they had popular music available freely that they can use at any time. It's so vast library, right? So in any case, that's that. Everybody loves TikTok because of the music. But so far, verified brands between businesses has also been able to freely use the music in their repository. But that's about to change. The company has quietly changed the rules around commercial usage of popular music and instead divert verified business accounts to their royalty-free commercial music library. So this means if you are a business and you would like to continue to use their popular music repository and not use those boring royalty-free commercial music library, commercial music from their commercial music library, I suggest you try not to move your account to a brand account. Don't even get verified. Just keep it as a personal account. Maybe just the founder or the CEO. We use the CEO's name, John of X company. Then you can use it to do all these things. If you're already a verified brand, or if you're so big that you need to be a verified brand, then tough luck for you. You need to find a way to work around it, because TikTok ain't gonna give you any more cool music anymore. Facebook and Instagram help local businesses. Facebook will be introducing a special feature on the app that showcased the latest post by nearby businesses. This is part of the platform's effort to help our local businesses survive this uncertain time. Instagram also released a sticker called Support Small Businesses, where users can share the account of their favorite small businesses. This means if you are a local business, let's say a coffee shop, a local mom and pop hardware store or printing shop, you need to post regularly on Facebook and Instagram, because the more you post, right? The more you post, the more Facebook can extract all these content that your recent content and put it onto the little feature on Facebook called, what is it called again? Local businesses nearby, I think. Yeah, local businesses nearby. And then it will let people get people to be able to find you and then patronize you. If you are on Instagram, you can also do that as well. And then you can also run campaigns to get them to support you with a sticker, so that whoever who cross-posts or share your posts or share your stories, whoever who share your stories on Instagram can put up the sticker and link their viewers to you. So get them to support you. Start a campaign, work on these things, make use of this so that you can be able to at least be able to make a few bucks throughout this trying times. All right, so that's all for this week. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Podcast. Social Media Weekly Podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 13 May 2020. My name is Sean. Stay safe. Au revoir.